Have you ever wondered, is she really into me? Maybe you've caught her looking at you just a second too long. Maybe it was that subtle smile or a soft touch that made your heart race. And yet, you find yourself questioning, am I just imagining it, or is there something real here? The truth is, women rarely say how they feel, especially when it comes to early attraction. Not because they don't want to, but because their instinct leads them to show it in ways far more subtle than words. And if you don't know how to read those signs, you might miss something powerful, something meaningful. This video isn't for those waiting around for clear confessions. It's for those who want to see beyond the surface, feel what's unspoken, and learn to understand women not just with your ears, but with your presence. So today, let's uncover the nonverbal language of female attraction, the little clues she can't help but give away when she's truly drawn to you. Because after this, you won't have to wonder anymore. You'll know. Eye contact, the silent confession. There's a kind of language we all understand without ever learning it. It's not spoken, it's not gestured, it's the language of the eyes. Have you ever caught a woman looking at you just a second too long? And the moment your eyes meet, she quickly looks away, almost like she's hiding something. Don't ignore that. Eye contact is one of the most powerful forms of human connection because it speaks without saying a word. When a woman is drawn to you, she doesn't have to say, "I like you." Her eyes say it first. Sometimes they find you across the room again and again, not on purpose, but because attraction pulls attention like gravity. Scientifically, it's even deeper. Pupil dilation is a biological response to attraction. Her body responds, even if her mind hasn't caught up yet. And then there's that shy glance, the little smile as she looks away. Not weakness, but a quiet storm of feeling too big for words. Eye contact, if you learn to see it, is the gentlest confession. And the truth is, people can fake words, but the eyes never lie. Body language, when actions speak louder than words. Here's something most people never realize. Over 90% of our communication happens without a single word. It lives in how we look at each other, how we sit, how we lean in when someone quietly captures our attention. And women, they're masters of this silent language. Sometimes the most powerful feelings are expressed not through speech, but through the subtlest gestures. Think back to the last time she sat across from you, not closed off, not guarded, but open, relaxed. That posture, it's not just body language. It's trust. It's saying, "I feel safe here with you." Maybe she touched her hair, adjusted her blouse, brushed her fingers along her neck. These aren't just habits. They're unconscious ways of inviting your attention. A woman's body knows how to express attraction, often before her mind is ready to admit it. And when she leans in as you speak, it's rarely because she can't hear you. It's because you're no longer someone she wants distance from. Body language doesn't play games. It doesn't lie. In fact, sometimes it says, "I see you, I feel something for you," long before the first "I like you" ever arrives. Laughter, the emotional connection. There's something fascinating about human nature. You can fake words, you can fake gestures, but you can't fake a genuine laugh. When a woman laughs more than usual around you, it's not always because you're a comedian. It's often because your presence makes her feel light, safe, and free to be herself. Pay attention. Maybe your joke wasn't that clever, but she laughed anyway. Or maybe she teases you gently, just enough to make things playful. That's not random. It's her way of saying, "I'm comfortable with you." Laughter is emotional energy. It reaches across the space between two people and pulls them closer, without needing a single touch. And when she laughs with you, she's not just reacting. She's inviting. She's testing the waters of connection, wondering quietly, "Can my heart feel safe here?" In a world obsessed with text messages, deadlines, and surface-level connections, a woman who laughs genuinely around you is something rare, because sometimes a laugh is the first "I like you" her heart knows how to say. Physical touch, the spark of closeness. Some touches are so subtle, so light, they barely register on your skin, but somehow they stay with you. Have you ever felt that? A woman hands you something and her fingers brush yours. She laughs and lightly taps your shoulder. Maybe your arms graze as you walk side by side. These aren't accidents. The body remembers what words don't say. When a woman starts to feel trust, when she begins to feel connected, her body closes the distance. Naturally, science has a name for this: oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It's released through gentle touch, creating a sense of closeness, warmth, and trust. It's why that small gesture can linger long after it's passed. But this goes beyond biology. It's the art of connection. A simple touch may not scream, "I like you," but it quietly says, "I'm comfortable here, I want to feel close to you." In a world that teaches us to keep our guard up, to keep our distance, both physically and emotionally, a light, well-timed touch from the right person can spark something that words never could. Mirroring, the unspoken harmony. Have you ever noticed how people start moving the same way when they're truly in sync? One tilts their head, and the other follows. One crosses their arms, the other does the same. No words exchanged, just silent. Alignment. Science calls this the chameleon effect, when we unconsciously mirror the actions of someone we trust, feel close to, or are deeply attracted to. When a woman begins to reflect how you sit, your hand gestures, or even matches your speaking rhythm, it's not just coincidence. It's a subtle sign that she feels connected to you, that her energy is starting to resonate with yours, and mirroring goes beyond posture. It extends to emotion. You stay calm. She softens. You light up with excitement. She laughs more. Her eyes brighten. A rhythm begins to form between you, a shared frequency that neither of you planned but both feel. The beauty of it all. No one forces it. No one teaches it. Because when two people truly connect, alignment doesn't need effort. It just happens, quietly, naturally, authentically. Lingering after the conversation, the unspoken, longing. Sometimes the most honest moments aren't in the conversation itself, but in what happens right after. The topic is over, the story's been told, but she doesn't walk away. She lingers. Not rushing, not checking her phone. Maybe she brings up something small, maybe she just laughs one more time, or holds your gaze a little longer, as if she's not quite ready to let go of the moment. You feel that, right? It's not random. It's a conscious decision. A quiet choice to stay just a little longer even when there's no reason to. In a world moving too fast, where conversations end with emojis and attention spans flicker like screens, someone who chooses to stay without needing a reason, that's rare, that's beautiful. That's when true connection begins, not through more words but through presence. Not in information shared, but in moments held. So next time a woman lingers after a conversation, don't just hear her words. Watch how she stays, because sometimes the most powerful thing she says is simply that she hasn't left yet. The silent signals. The truest confession feelings aren't always spoken, especially not by women, at least not in the way you might expect. Sometimes emotions run so deep, words just get in the way. She won't always say, "I like you." But her eyes will rest on you a little longer. Her hand might brush yours for no reason at all. Her laughter will come easier when you're near. And when the conversation ends, she won't rush to leave. Real feelings often don't arrive in declarations. They arrive in quiet signals, where actions whisper what lips don't say, and all it takes is a little more presence, a little more stillness, to listen not with your ears, but with your awareness. Because if you pay close attention, if you're tuned into the moment, you'll see that she said everything without saying a word, and maybe that's the most honest kind of confession there is, the kind made not with words, but with presence, intention, and quiet care.